YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Power to the People, episode 2. So, in our last episode, and yes, I want to have the game paused while I jibba-jabba, and this is the only way to keep it paused. So if we look down here, just slightly below our menu here, we have Phoenix, at a population rating of 28, and Valente at a population rating of 13. And currently our one biomass plant's been keeping the lights on for both towns, and it's struggling. It's struggling. The salt battery's been tapped into to try and get this going, but we're here to lend some assistance here. I think it is time that we build our solar farm, now that we have both the 100K up front, plus some extra for some of the infrastructure to plug it into the grid. Can't forget that, otherwise it would just sit there by its lonesome. So once again, yeah, this map, really good for solar because precipitation is rare, and it is dirt cheap to operate these. So we get more profit out of the power produced by this because it costs us less. $2 per megawatt hour less, to be exact. So we're going to slap that down here. I'm going to lay you down here. And you are now officially part of the grid. Now, during the nighttime, it produces nothing. During the daytime is when it can start kicking in. Now, right now, the system's actually not going to utilize it too much. The grid will always default to the power producer that is closest to the transformers, which is our biomass plant. So even though, see this little gray bar, that's its capacity, but it's not being used yet because our biomass plant can carry the load. I'd rather it not do that. I want it being the one primarily tapped. And unfortunately, there's no way for me to just outright, change the rules of the grid and say like, oh no, use this instead. But there are ways to sort of circumvent that. That's where this switching station comes into play. But we need 10K to play it. So for now, we're just going to let this carry some extra load for the time being. When the power spikes up extra high, then our solar plant will start lending an assist. As needed. Yeah, see, there it goes. It's helping things out so we don't start eating into our battery before we need to. And then, yeah, as we go into evening, the total solar output possible starts decreasing, and so obviously it can't hold a light on. But that's what the battery's for. But I think we can do better. We can absolutely do better. Actually, hang on. We got a little expansion here. We're good on that side. But yeah, we'll with our cash in flux, we'll be able to do our next thing here. 23,000, not too shabby. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to slap down a switching station right here. Hook you in, and then hook you in. So now it has to pass through the switching station. Now, oh, you're not going to pause while I have this up? Game, come on. And let's try this. Settings. Okay, that pauses it. Did I mention you need a pause button, game? Alright, so what we want to do is, so what this switching station does is this basically acts as a on-off switch for power going through here. And now we've made it so that the biomass plant must pass through there. So what we're going to do is control mode, we're going to do monitoring solar energy. Turn on when it is less than, say, 30%. So when solar is kicking out less than 30% of its max, it's going to be on, and that's basically nighttime or early morning, late night. But then once solar is above 30%, then this is going to shut off, and that means solar is going to be running the show. for this whole thing here. Bink! A solar flare. Oh, lovely. So yeah, it switched over. We had a brief moment of power outage, so let's make it at 40 instead of 30. But now, yeah, this solar plant is tanking it. Also, now, just in time for our solar, we got 4 research points. High performance photovoltaic cells. Solar power output is increased by 20%. We're going to be leaning heavily on solar, so it makes a lot of sense to invest this research here. So now our max for our solar farm during a sunny day is 75.6, which is really, really good. The solar flare is just going to make me repair a bunch of lines. It's annoying, but it's not game ending. So now the load is being taken off of our biomass plant. Now the biomass plant is going 100% on Valente, which is fine because now it's not leaning on this. So we're good during the day. And then, you know, eventually when we get more money, we could throw in another solar plant to, whoops. Okay, we needed that to kick in. Oh boy. All right, so we're still in an iffy location here. As far as our power distribution goes. Whoopsie doopsie. There we go. But we have some cash. We need more batteries, honestly. We need more batteries. Actually, we probably need another biomass plant to help prop ourselves up at nighttime. But another battery probably makes more sense. We'll get a battery up here. And then the solar flare is going to be obnoxious. And actually, let's kick you to 50%. All right, here comes the solar flare. Bring it. Bring it. Here it comes. So what it does is it basically randomly fries some of my lines, so I need to fix them. We're going to have, obviously, temporary disruptions. Game, thank you. So yeah, now that whole line exploding, these things might get a little too hot just because of that. Let me turn you to conservative because we want the system trying to auto balance those lines as much as possible before they blow themselves up. All right, nighttime. All right, we're going to need another whole thing here because I don't want these getting too toasty. We're already pushing it pretty badly here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one right here so that this line up here gets these side buildings a little bit. Because we got to balance our lines. All right, we got 2 research points. I think what we might go for after here, actually, improved cable alloys might be the smart move here. Now that we're starting to cook our lines a little bit, giving them 10% more capacity will give us more wiggle room. So yeah, I think that might be the smart move here, but we need 5 research points for that, so we're a little bit further away. We do need another nighttime solution, but having 2 salt batteries here is a good thing. Yeah, so both of the batteries are more than charged here. And our solar plant can more than keep up with Phoenix during the day. And keep in mind, it's only doing Phoenix. Because this is closed, we're not pumping any solar electricity over to Valente. That's solely leaning on the biomass plant, which is fine. Yeah, we're starting to cook. Both of these is starting to cook. So if we don't lean on one... Alright, so we have to restore this. Oop, and there goes that. Yeah, we need that. Well, actually, what we need is another transformer on the other side. And also, yeah, see how this is for 50% higher usage because the temperature was so high. People had more things. They were using more electricity today during peak for all the air conditioners. So I want to try to hold out because building out a whole new infrastructure, running out a whole another transformer. Not as good here, but tomorrow we'll be able to afford another biomass plant, and I think that will help things out. And if I build a biomass plant over here and then plug it in, it's going from a different thing. Then again, it might also, biomass plant is going down for maintenance in 48 hours. Well, actually, we could probably, if the switch is. No, the switch is off, so it would make Valente go into the dark while it was down. So we just need another biomass plant to help out. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm gonna pop the maintenance early. And yeah, so Valente is being powered strictly off of the salt battery, which is fine. The salt battery can keep up, and then our solar plant can keep up. And then once the biomass plant comes back online, it'll... yeah, there goes the hot wires again. We're 39%, 50%. Yeah, we're going to be popping some more wires. I need 2 more tech bubbles here, or 1 more day's worth of stuff here. Yeah, we need another thing over here. All right, yeah, you're going down here. And you're going over here. Keep that load spread out. Yeah, I think one over here. Again, I wish I'd know where this new city is, because this could just be a bad place to build the city. We're also 1 away. I don't want to commit to it just yet, just because we don't know where the new city is. And we're so close to getting that upgrade that, you know, this power exploding, this is just a temporary problem. So yeah. Yeah, because the power is being pretty high just as by itself. We're slowly recharging these batteries, but... Well, the battery will recharge a little bit faster once the solar kicks in and starts helping. And what's the temperature like? We're in August. 33%. So it's going to be cooler tomorrow. And here comes the hotlines. I mean, we're fixing them fast enough that the blackouts are not tanking our... Yep. Are not tanking our rating too badly here. Oh, 37? I thought you said you were only going to get to 31. We're just dealing with the explosions for one more day. This is fine. This is fine. Dog in burning building. This is fine. It's nighttime. Can you knock it off? Nighttime is the wrong time for more explosions. Okay, this needs to be a whole new line here. Alright, game, stop it. Where are you? You are here. That's fine. Alright, first off, improved cable alloys. That should slow down or stop the explosions. Secondly, we could do another solar cell here. Maybe one that plugs into Valente in much the same way. I mean, why? Yeah, we don't necessarily need another one of those. Because if we have enough battery power... Although, then again, it's the nighttime demand that's really spiking things here. Yeah, well, you know what? Let's do another biomass. We're going to do it over here. And that way we can further... Well, I really do want Valente to have its own power structure, its own solar plant feeding it during the daytime. Decisions. I mean, these things put out quite a bit of power, and they're really cheap, so we get a lot of profit out of them, but it also requires a lot of setup. You know what, I'm going to sit on my cash for one more night, see what we can handle here. Because, yeah, we're slowly charging the batteries. We're charging that battery. And yeah, even with the solar plant kicked over here, this is, you know, we're using quite a bit here, but we're producing more than enough. All right, we're at 30 degrees right now, 31. So we're maxing out our solar plant here. Even with the upgrade, we're starting to cook our lines a little bit. And the substation's at almost max capacity. Alright, yeah, we need to... because, yeah, the substation itself could explode if we let it cook that long. Yeah, and even this late at night, it's still cooking. Even with the upgrades. Alright, let's wait for, you know, we lost a few points of things here, but we can restore them if the power goes back on reliably. I wish I could wait for a little bit longer, but we're still doing well. We're at 40K. I think we've built up enough cash to... well, I think we need the biomass for the nighttime production, honestly, and then we'll get another solar. So we're going to get... we're going to do another advanced substation here. We can't even sneak this in, can we? There. That should help it. And then we'll hold on to our cash based on how much how much demand we've got going here. And again, because it's coming from two different angles, that splits the power, so each individual line, we shouldn't have any explosions today, even if it gets rocket hot. And then we shouldn't have the brownouts at night because our solar is turned off. You know, I like this combination of solar and biomass, because solar by itself, you need a crap ton of batteries to make it work solo, whereas the nighttime production with biomass helps out immensely. And then during the daytime when it's hotter, yeah, no explosions. I think that's what the doctor ordered. We're going to splice you over here. Have you be the one that takes that on. And then we can build back up. So we are still draining from the storage facilities here. But that's more for the Valente, I think. Not Valente. Yeah, Valente. Well, the mayor seems to be happy about it, though. Solar farm going down. Why don't we just maintenance it now when it's dark? That's the other nice thing about solar farms, is that you don't need to really hem and haw about when to take them out for maintenance, because there's a period of time where they literally can't produce anything. It's called nighttime. So you just take them offline for maintenance at nighttime, and you literally won't lose an ounce of production from them. We're making so much money, so we're going to be able to afford more solar here pretty soon. There's our new town. Farragut. So I think the correct move here is to use this plant to get a basic substation over here. Like that. And yes, I know this is going out of my way, but I don't want the two lines to get overtaxed and fight over control with each other. All right, and this plant should be fine. And then what we'll do is we'll get more solar, and solar, we can get solar plants placed down around here, and that'll help Farragut as well. Right, what are you guys? Yeah, Valente's using quite a bit of power here. I mean, it is still hot out there, so... $46 though. I mean, again, that's the nice thing about it, is that because we make so much, because we make so much during the day, it's good. Energy efficiency. I want the dynamic pricing for more. I mean, improved insulation would cut our power costs, but we want to make money. We want more money. We want them to use the power. So yeah, one more day of this should be good. Actually, I think what we need is another salt facility. Well, no, we'll need the salt facility once we have the solar up here, because I'm going to plug the solar into Farragut and Valente. We'll have a transformer for Valente over here, and then we'll salt battery the two of them. So yeah, our plant is charging up the battery as much as it can. Got 10 days to a new city, but that's okay. It's only getting up to 30 for the moment, 31. At least our battery gets almost completely full, and then, yeah, when we get here into the peaks, oop, what are we missing? It's a matter of, oh, you're getting maxed out. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, well, we're going to fix that problem when we build our solar plant. Plus battery. We might need a battery over here for this thing just to help handle the load. Work from home or live at work. Few neighbors, they bought a small residential plot. Residential will turn into an office building. All right. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing for me, actually. All right, 120. All right, what's the best way to use this 120? I think we kick the can one more day. With that, we get a battery to help ourselves out during peak production here. And then tomorrow we'll be able to set up the solar plant plus the infrastructure needed to support it. And yeah, we'll get the extra transformer here, and we can just plug it into this substation over here. Because Farragut's small enough not to need two substations. And it'll naturally draw from here because it'll be closer than the other one, so we don't need to worry about that switch like we did with this setup here. Alright, you're building out. Battery's nice and full, so the battery can assist in the output here as needed during peak. Because that's the other nice thing. Even if using batteries in conjunction with things that even power supplies like the biomass that are on 24/7, it helps level out our fluctuations here. So that when it's in less demand, it pumps energy into the battery, and then when it's peak demand, the battery starts dumping energy onto the grid to help out. We do still have some unfilled demand over here, though. We might need well, no, we're going to solve that with the solar. So yeah. Just, yeah, you're going to need to deal with that brownout, but we lost a percentage here. We're fine. Just one. We'll have the cash for our solar plant here, and then that will solve that problem. We'll probably get another battery down here to support it. All right, 52. Let's get our solar plant going. Yeah, I like it up here. Get you over here. Get another another basic substation. That's all we really need here. Not enough funds. Poop. We need one more for dynamic pricing, which will give us even more cash. Well, here's what I can do. We can build these, so, you know, even though this does absolutely nothing right now. Don't even have that. Well, let's hope nothing explodes today, because I don't have the $500 in the bank to fix it. I don't think anything's going to explode though, because we've balanced things out pretty nicely here. And we're getting into September, some of the colder months, so it's not going to use quite as much power. We're still going to get brownouts over here again. But that will be solved tomorrow. All right, let's see here. Ferrigwood's growing. All right, now we can afford to bring beautiful. Not quite enough for another salt battery, but we can get our dynamic pricing, get our cash money flowing even faster here so that we can keep up. 8 days for the new city, that's plenty of time to sort of reinforce and load balance our current cities. And yeah, this will, again, it'll, by its nature, will draw from the solar plant before it draws from this plant, because the solar plant's closer to this transformer. Not that Farragut uses that much energy, but... And then, yeah, and this transformer, you can see by mousing over this, we can see which buildings it's supplying right now. So yeah, these buildings are the ones currently drawing from it. But that should help even out the load. All right, you're building up here. Still getting hot, but not as blazing hot as it was. Biomass plant going. Which one? This one. All right, so we're missing something here. Yeah, these biomass plants are at max. All right, we need our salt battery here to help out with nighttime. And I think we're going to just attach it to the solar plant here so that it feeds into both lines here. The salt battery, that is. So let's get this molten salt facility. That'll power itself up. And then we'll, once this is fully on, once we get the daytime and both solar plants are fully on, juiced up here, we can take this biomass plant offline for maintenance. That should get us cooking. We'll wait for the we'll wait for the full charge to be online here. All right, good. Go down for maintenance, please. And no brownouts, because yeah, the load is instantly being drawn from here. And it's charging the battery, so yeah, we're good. I mean, heck, we could even do a switch over here. Although I don't want to completely cut off this biomass plant, but I mean, ultimately that's a good way to sort of wean ourselves from it. Otherwise, I think we're doing pretty well here. Uh-oh. More cooking lines. it's because this line isn't helping out here. New line over here. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put you over here. We're going to demolish you. Demolish you. Put you over here. Start a new line over here. And start a new line over here. Again, just staying ahead of the curve here. Alright, 98K, 6 days for the new city. I think we're in good shape. Alright, folks, so if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent, your feedback is always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!